Hey guys, Brian from SoberTube TV. Welcome back. Today we will be doing some random questions from the Sober Dude from SoberDudesNY.com, Vito, my partner, and he is going to ask me random questions about anything he wants at all. Period.
Okay, so first question I'm going to ask is, you just celebrated 10 years sobriety on Saturday. How does it feel to be 10 years sober?
Really cool. 10 years sober, big accomplishment. Bittersweet, as I've said before. I've realized at 10 years that it's not about time. It's about who we are on a daily basis and how we are with the world around us. So it's about how I treat my friends, my family, and my loved ones, and who I am on a daily basis. So my sobriety, as much as 10 years sounds great, it's all about today. We got to live every day the right way.
Brian, a lot of people go through some massive changes in life, and as addicts, when we have changes in our life, the way we deal with them is using drugs and alcohol. How do you deal with massive changes in life now being sober?
Right. I do it really not great, but a lot better than I would have back in the day. I've had some massive changes recently in my life, and all those feelings that used to come up when I used to use came up. All of the stresses, the anxieties, the thinking my heart's going to explode, nightmares, not being able to sleep at night, and I got to learn how to feel what I'm feeling. I got to be okay going through hard times as well as good times in sobriety. So I've not done a perfect job at dealing with my stresses, but I didn't use, I didn't hurt anybody, I didn't hurt myself, I didn't rob, I didn't cheat, I didn't lie. I pray to a higher power. I reach out to the people in my life that I trust. I go to therapy, and I try and process to the best of my ability the situation, and hope that I got to realize I don't have control over stuff, that situations are going to play out the way that they're going to play out. So I got to stop trying to be the puppet master and let things happen the way that they happen.
Brian, when you get sober, people get a lot of things back. Some people get them back really fast. Some people get them back throughout time. How do you stay humble? Because a lot of people don't stay humble through that, and that can cause you to go back out.
Yeah, so the addict naturally will replace drugs and alcohol with other things like money and stuff and cars and clothes. And that's us. That's us naturally. We're programmed naturally to want more. And when we get all that stuff back, it does increase and blow up the ego. And the ego is something, we don't ever want to feel like we got this. We don't want to be cocky. We want to stay, we always want to remember our disease and respect it. We want to remember where we came from. That's why it's important to practice a 12-step based recovery and to have a sponsor, so that we never forget where we came from, and that we always know that we're always one drink or drug away from blowing everything up again and just ending it all. So you gotta have respect for the disease that's inside of you. Realize that it's not gone. There is no graduation. There is no diploma. This is something we have. We're either gonna work with it or it's gonna work against us.
This will be the last question, sir. What was the coolest thing that happened in sobriety for you?
That's easy. The coolest thing that ever happened in sobriety to me was going to Egypt and climbing a pyramid. It sounds ridiculous. I never want anyone to think that getting sober means that you should travel. But for me to do an impossible task like get on a plane, not be dope sick, not be smuggling drugs in really weird places, and to see one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life was a very emotional thing for me. I felt like you're so lucky and you work so hard to accomplish this one thing. And it was a dream come true. I literally dreamed about going there my entire life, and to accomplish a goal that people thought I was crazy for doing was a really good feeling. And it made me realize that if we're sober, good people and we work hard, we can do anything that we want to do.
Brian, I have one more question. Are you laughing? One more question. What is your message to the world right now that we're going through this big crisis with the coronavirus? Addiction is going crazy. What's that one message to the addict, and also to the people that are dealing with mental health right now?
Yeah, so this coronavirus thing actually reminds me of my addiction. Not being able to go anywhere, do anything, or participate on Earth, and to be stuck with myself. The most dangerous place in the world for me is in my brain. The glass has to be half full. The positive vibes. Do what you can to make the best of this, whether it's painting a wall at your house, doing a hobby, bonding with a child that's in your life, spending time with someone that you love. The glass is half full. Look at it like this. You're on a vacation and you're being asked to make the best situation with the people that you love. And how many times were you overworked? How many times were you tired? How many times did you want a day off? How many times did you want to call in sick? This is your time now. And maybe a higher power is asking us all to bond together and get together. Make the best of a hard situation. Make it a great situation.
Brian, what was your experience when you had my mom's meatballs and pasta?
Mrs. Frackleberry can make a meatball. And for a guy that doesn't cook anything, I literally have a beautiful kitchen that is completely underutilized. Actually, not utilized. I don't even know how to turn any of that stuff on. My experience, it was great to be around a family that had love for each other, that cared for each other, that was able to not talk about the news, not talk about the situation, to socially distance while eating some amazing food was the best feeling ever. And I truly appreciate it more than anybody knows to have just a good home cooked meal and be around love and kindness.
So you love meatballs?
I do. I love
Okay,
meatballs.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.